Good morning, students. Our today's topic is keys in DBMS. I, Aditi Purohit, Assistant Professor in Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Bhopal. So let's discuss about keys and DBMS. Basically, a keys is a set of attributes that can be identified each tuple uniquely in a given relation. Or we can say that it is a single attribute and single if sometimes single attribute is not enough to identify unique element, then we can say that it is a set of attributes that can identify each tuple uniquely in a given relation is known as keys. There are different types of keys present in DBMS. These are the following 10 important keys which are commonly used in DBMS. And these are like super key, candidate key, primary key, secondary key, unique key, composite key, surrogate key, partial key, foreign key. Before proceeding to the further, kindly note the term and relation in DBMS in relational database are used interchangeably and the tuple and record are also used interchangeably. So don't get confused in that. First, super key. Super key is set of all possible keys present in a relation. A super key is a set of attributes that can identify each tuple in a unique given relation. A super key is not restricted to have any specific number of attributes, thus, a super key may consist of any number of attributes. For example, consider the following schema. Here, student is a schema. Roll number, name, age, address, class, and section are the attributes of a schema. Given below are the examples of super key. Since each set can uniquely identify each student in a student table, then roll number, name, age, sex, address, class, and section can be a super key. Class section roll number it also a super key. Class section roll number and sex is also a super key. Name and address is also a super key. Note, all attribute in a super key are definitely sufficient to identify each tuple uniquely in a given relation, but all of them may not be necessary. Then comes candidate key. In super key, a minimal possible super key is known as candidate key. Or we can say that it is a minimal attribute that can identify each tuple uniquely in a given relationship is known as candidate key. Here, consider the same following schema. Example, same schema. Given below are the examples of candidate key. Out of super key, more than more than one candidate key is possible. Since each set consists of minimal attribute required to identify each student uniquely in a student table, then class, section and roll number and name and address can be a candidate key. These are the following points while considering the candidate key. First, all the attributes in a candidate key are sufficient as well as necessary to identify each tuple uniquely. Removing any attribute from candidate key fails in identifying each tuple uniquely. The value of candidate key must always be unique. The value of candidate key can never be null, and it is possible to have multiple candidate key in a relation. Those attributes which appear in candidate key are called primary attribute. Then comes primary key. Primary key is a candidate key that the database designer select while designing the database, or it is a candidate key that the database designer implement is known as primary key. There are certain conditions for a primary key. The value of primary key can never be null. The value of primary key must always be unique. Value of primary key can never be changed. No updation is possible. The value of primary key must be assigned when inserting a record, and relation is allowed to have more than one primary key. Remember the this is the possible diagram of super key, candidate key, and primary key. Superset is super key, then candidate key is subset of super key, and primary key is candidate is a subset of candidate key. Then comes alternate key. Keys that are left unimplemented or unused after implementing the primary key are called alternate key. Or we can say that unimplemented candidate key are called primary key. Unimplemented candidate key are called alternate key. Then comes foreign key. An attribute X is called as foreign key to some other attribute y when all values are dependent on the value of attribute y. The attribute can assume only those values which are assumed by the attribute y. Here relation in which attribute y is present is called the reference relation, and the relation in which attribute x is present is called the referencing relation. The attribute y might be present in the same table or in the another table. Here consider the two schema, teacher and department. Here T department can only those value which are present in department number in department table, since only those department can exist. Following are the important points while use primary key. Foreign key references the primary key of a table. Foreign key can only those values which are present in primary key. Foreign key may have name other than that of primary key. Foreign key can take null value. There is no restriction on foreign key to be unique. In fact, foreign key is not unique most of the time. Reference relation may also be called as master table or primary table, and referencing relation may also be called as foreign table. Then comes partial key. Partial key is a key using which all the record of a table cannot be identified uniquely. However, a bunch of tuple can be selected from the table using the partial key. Consider the following schema: department number. Um, Department is the schema of a table, is the relation. Employee number, dependent name, and relation is the attribute of the relation. Using partial key employee number, we cannot identify a tuple uniquely, so we can select bunch of tuples from the table. Then comes composite key. A primary key comprising of multiple attributes or not just a single attribute is called composite key. Unique key. Unique key is a key with the following property. It is a unique for all the record. Once assigned, its value cannot be changed. It is not updatable and it may have null value. For example, unique key is Aadhaar card number. Aadhaar card is unique for all the citizens of India. If it gets lost, another duplicate Aadhaar card is issued, then duplicate copy always has the same Aadhaar number as before, and it is not updatable. Few citizens may not have got their Aadhaar card, so for them its value is null. Then comes surrogate key. Surrogate key is the key with following property. It is a unique for all the record of a table. It is updatable and cannot be null. It must have some value. For example, mobile number of student in a class where every student owns a mobile number is a surrogate key. Then comes secondary key. Secondary key is required for indexing purpose for better and fast searching. That's it for today. Next, we come up with another video. Thank you so much.